This is the Lose It with Juan show, coming to you every Sunday and Wednesday evening. Lose the negativity, lose the weight, lose the excuses. Hey guys, welcome to the show. This is the weekly recap of the Lose It with Juan show, and I'm coming to you fairly live from the bowels of the Lose It with Juan headquarters. What you're going to see here is video segments from during the week of my training and other interesting and weird things that might have happened to me in life over the past week. So getting right into it, this last week was really fun. Had a good training time and also went through a hurricane. So I want to show you some things about that and a special bedtime story I did for the kiddies out there while the wind was blowing outside on Thursday evening. I think you'll really love it. So check it out and I'll come back at you at the end. I just finished my 2-mile run. That's Mondays. Today's day 41 of my 80-day prep for the half marathon, and as a result I am more than halfway there, going on the downslope, as I say. Today's run was 2 miles and I did it in 1952, which the computer says is a 9:57 mile both ways. So yay, I like that. I kept it under 10. I felt it after the 9-mile run on Saturday and not doing anything yesterday. Definitely felt it. If you can't guess, today's Monday, and this is the sunrise that I have today. It's really not justified on this camera. The white is getting washed out, but it really is very beautiful. And I think the reason it's beautiful is because of the clouds. And of course, clouds mean what? Rain. But here's Juan's tip of the day. If you can see the good in everything, you'll be able to avoid the bad. So when you look at clouds as the sun rising, don't think, oh man, it's going to rain. Think, wow, what a beautiful sunrise. If you look at your yard, which is overgrown because it's been raining every day for the past 2 weeks and you haven't had a chance to mow it, don't think, oh man, how tall is that grass and how bad is it going to suck to cut it. Think, wow, my lawn is very healthy. Think of it that way. And your perspective will change as you go. So that's my thought for today. Check out that sunrise, huh? Today is a day that God has made for you to go out and be awesome. It's day 42 of my training, so the end of week 6. And today I did 5 miles in 55 minutes, so an 11-minute on the dot mile. Felt really good about that. It's one of my personal goals to be able to run longer distances at an 11-minute mile. Obviously I want to get that down further for when I do the marathon, but slow down, cowboy, everything at its own pace. See that? That's one of the reasons I live in South Florida. The other one is I got a mortgage that's too high and a great job that I really like. So, but the sunrises are really nice. Look at that again. Wow. I'm going to capture that. Anyway, I got 39 days left. So a little bit over 5 weeks. I'm feeling really good about my chances now to actually complete the entire marathon. I might even do most of it running. Today I plateaued at 4.1 miles, and that was my only plateau, so I finished out the 5 miles. And like I said, even with the plateau, I still got an 11-minute mile over the entire course. So I feel really awesome about that. You're going to see some changes in the fact that I'm not posting as often. I've been told that there's too many posts and they're boring, so I'm going to try to spoof them up somehow. You might see pictures of my cat. I don't know, but we'll get it done. And it'll be great, and you'll love it. And I'm really having a good time looking at that sunrise. Yeah, South Florida. Hurricane's coming, so that sunrise is actually probably one of the last good ones we're going to see this week. Today's going to be shutter day. Hurricane's coming in 2 days, but I don't wait. It's a category 3. If it was a 1 or a 2, I wouldn't even bother. 3 is serious news around here. So we're going to definitely take that seriously and do what we got to do. So on for the shower and school. Look at that. My first running injury. I don't even know how I did that. Oh my gosh. The wife's gonna lose her cheese when she sees that. And now I feel like a real runner. I have bled from a body part that doesn't normally bleed. Yummy. Doggone. That didn't even hurt, but man, it looks worse than it is, I think. So, Neosporin, here it comes. Whew. It's gonna be a good day. Hey guys, it's Juan with LoserWithJuan.com, reporting to you live from Loser With Juan headquarters in downtown, not quite so sunny West Palm Beach. And oh my gosh, there's stuff flying everywhere down here. Well, that gag didn't work because my daughter doesn't know how to throw. But anyway, I was going to do the whole weatherman thing where I stand in front of a water hose and do all that crazy stuff, but it's not that bad. Right now we're in what we call the calm before the storm. The winds are probably about 10 miles an hour right now, maybe 15. Things haven't happened yet. As you can see, my palm tree has decided to go naked. It's thrown all of its empty branches down over there. So that's good. It was going to cost me a few bucks to get that done this summer, but I don't have to now. People up and down the street are starting to prepare their shutters. And if you're watching this, there's two things. You're either at work and really bored, or at home waiting for the hurricane to hit. Either way, I'm glad you're watching this. Things you should and should not do. Right now, everybody is apparently finally gotten the message that they should be running. So my neighborhood actually looks a lot like Detroit. There's boards on windows everywhere here. Things you shouldn't do. 3 of my neighbors down the street have decided that yesterday was a perfect day to do remodeling and have 3 and 4 foot high piles of lumber sitting next to the road. Now, hey Robert, thank you for the prayers, man. We need it. And if you're bored, just keep here. You'll be plenty entertained. What happens with lumber when winds reach sustained 90 plus, which is going to happen in my neighborhood tonight? Let me tell you what happens. Lumber becomes missiles. Fortunately, these morons are far enough down the road that it's not going to affect me. Yeah, I said it because it's stupid to put wood out the side of the road when there's a hurricane coming. If you're in a hurricane zone, don't do it. Repeat that, don't do it. Anyway, like I said, the wind's picked up a little bit. Look at the wind blowing through my hair. And we're doing our final preps. We just grabbed the cat. We have an outdoor cat that's going to be an indoor cat for the next 24 hours. And it's going to be real fun. We're on the south side of what is going to be the major impact zone. So we'll be expecting a lot of wind, but mostly from the north. So I've got a lot of houses, as you can see here. Let me get a better shot of this for you. I've got a lot of houses between me and God. I'm going to take a lot of that wind with it. See, this house right here is actually going to be my shield up against my house here. We've got all our cars parked up against the house, so if anything, we get to put in insurance claims against the car instead of the house. Now, for a special treat, boys and girls, I'm going to be broadcasting tonight at 8 o'clock a special bedtime story for all of your kids. It's a story that we love a lot in our house, and I want to share it with you live on Facebook. So, set your watches, and I believe if you look around here, there's a little button that says notify me when I go live. Click that notification because you're going to love the story. It's going to be great for your family. And if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. That's my motto. Now I'm going to go get breakfast because I woke up late because there's a hurricane coming. And I can do that. So stay safe. And if you're not in a storm, pray. There may be a GoFundMe page coming up to ask for repairs. I don't know. Everybody does GoFundMes. I figure maybe I'll do one. See what happens. I don't know. Either way, go to loserwithjuan.com. I don't know why I just had to say it because, you know, I'm wearing the shirt. So that was my plug for that. May the force be with you. You've been waiting for it all afternoon and it's finally here. Live from the Lose It With Juan headquarters, it's me, Lose It With Juan. And I'm here to give you your 8 o'clock update and your bedtime story like I promised. That was the first finger, not the second finger, in case you were wondering. Now, let's go check it out. Let's sneak out the door here and see what it looks like. The big problem here is that I lost my front porch light, so we're gonna see what we can in the dark here. We got a lot of wind. Let's see if this works at all. It's not really working, but we'll see what we can get. A lot of wind and a little rain. The weatherman says that the forecast the weather is showing us at 40-mile-an-hour gusts. Unfortunately, my palm tree is still up, if you can see that. If you can't, sorry about that. I'm gonna sneak back in here now and give you some update. This is actually a very useless shot. Okay, here's better. Okay, so anyway, we're a little bit blowing. The wind is moving. The hurricane is moving steadily past us. It's a little bit more off the coast than it was earlier today predicted. So that's awesome, first of all. And second, it's a little bit more north of where it was supposed to be. So we're not getting the full brunt of the eye of the hurricane. That's actually going to be more toward the Fort Pierce and above area. So for those guys, take cover, especially you guys in Daytona. But you hear that?
What was that?
That was a transformer blowing up somewhere over on the other side.
God.
Fortunately, it wasn't my neighborhood. So,
Oh, there's plus a lot.
no, Carol, it's not going to hit us dead on. It seems to have been going it's going slightly north at this point. So yeah, it's going to get interesting. For those of you in the know, yes, I am prepared should any particular people care to try my patience, as it were, and take advantage of the lack of lights that are going to come later. They tell us that the big part of the storm is going to come in the early hours of the morning. So we're really looking forward to that. I'm going to have everything set up so we have minimum suffrage of lights. Here, I'll show you what the forecast looks like here. This is our local guy, Steve Weagle. He has almost like a fan base here, because when he gets out without the jacket, it's game on. And then at some point, the tie is going to come off. And he'll really get down to his game. So, good news is Florida looks like it's going to be spared a lot. Bad news is this sucker's going to come back around, and we're going to have to go through all this again on Tuesday as a really heavy rainstorm, it appears. So that's going to be fun. Craig, take cover, man. Don't get wet. And may the force be with you. Now, like I promised, it's story time. So, as you're getting your kids ready for bed, I want to share with you a book that we have come to know and love here at Lose It With One headquarters. And that book is called The Story of the Little Mole Who Went in Search of Whodunit. Sit back and relax, boys and girls. This is going to be fun. When Little Mole poked his head out of his mole hole one day to see if the sun was shining, something very strange happened. It was long and brown and looked like a little bit like a hot dog. Worst of all, it landed right on top of Little Mole's head. Now, this story comes with sound effects, so hold on to your hats. "Who dare drop that on my head?" shouted Little Mole angrily. But being nearsighted as he was, he couldn't see who done it. Little Mole asked a pigeon who was just flying by, "Did you do this on my head?" "Me, no, me," answered the pigeon. "I do mine like this." Splattery sploosh of wet white blotch landed right beside Little Mole, spattering his right leg. Check it out. Dude almost got pooped on. Then Little Mole asked a horse who was grazing in the field, "Did you do this on my head?" Don't forget to go grab your kids. This is a very informative subject here. "Me? No," said the horse. "I do mine like this." Bump, thud, 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 thump. 5 big, fat horse droppings thundered down, just missing Little Mole. This is getting intense, people. Then Little Mole asked a hare who was happily munching a carrot, "Did you do this on my head?" "Me? No, not me," said the hare. "I do mine like this. Rat-a-tat-tat. 15 beans started flying. Little Mole barely got out of the way. You ever seen a rabbit poop? It ain't pretty. Then Little Mole asked a goat who was daydreaming, "Did you do this on my head?" "Me? No," said the goat. Live recording, people. "I do mine like this." Clackety clack clack, shiny brown lumps fell onto the grass. Little Mole thought they looked a lot like his favorite caramels. Yum. Then Little Mole asked a cow who was chewing her cud, "Did you do this on my head?" That's a tough voice to do, by the way. "Me? Certainly not me," he said. "I do mine like this." Swoosh, dub, plop. A big fat cow pie splashed on the ground. Little Mole was glad it wasn't the cow who done it on his head. Me too. I've lost viewers. What's wrong with you people? This is quality stuff here. Then Little Mole asked a fat pink pig, "Did you do this on my head?" "Me? Not me," answered the pig. "I do mine like this." Splidgety splodge, a soft brown smelly heap landed at his feet. P.U. Little Mole had to hold his nose. And those of you on farms know that ain't a pretty thing. Little Mole looked around for another suspect, but all he saw were two fat flies dining. At long last, Little Mole thought, "I bet they can help me." "Can you tell me who did this on my head?" asked Little Mole. "Keep still a second," buzzed the two flies, busily studying what was on top of Little Mole's head. A moment later, they shouted triumphantly, "No question about it! It was a dog!" Of course. Now Little Mole was sure who done it on his head. Henry, that old hound dog. As quick as a flash, Little Mole climbed up on top of Henry's doghouse. Bling! A little brown crescent landed slap dab in the middle of Henry's forehead. Check it out. That's mole poop right there, people. It's dangerous stuff. The deed done, a happy and satisfied Little Mole disappeared back into his mole hole. And that story, ladies and gentlemen, is a story of the Little Mole. And Tony, the reason that everything's a mirror image is because the Samsung does not compensate when you turn it around for selfies. I don't know why, it just doesn't do it. It's frustrating. Check it out. It's It's crazy. I can't even say my own name backwards. But people, right now we're perfect. It's just like a rainy Thursday night here. Life is good. I got a Shakeology cup with water in it, and you know how I feel about Shakeology. I already had that today, by the way. Nutritious and refreshing. But now I got the water. Courtesy of my camera crew, Zoe, over here. Hey, Zoe, say hi to the people.
Hello.
She was dying to get on camera, so I had to figure some way out of it.
No, I was not.
Anyway, tonight will be the big test of our electrical system. And you already heard one transformer go down, so we're really hoping that that's it. We're expecting wind gusts in the 60 to 70 mile an hour range, but I think we got really, really lucky on this one, and we're not going to get the huge storm. Hi, Cassie. I hope you're having a good time with Tony there. Tony, stay off the foot, man. You got to go. You got to get back out there and run. Doggone it. So I think we're just going to get a lot of rain, a little wind, and life should be really good for us. Either way, I will be putting out another update at, when I wake up, because I can't promise, what time. Because one thing cool about shutters is they block out the entire planet. So you're like in this dark box. And you can sleep like 9, 10 o'clock, and there's no light coming in. It's a beautiful thing. It's like shutters were invented by angels. They protect your house, and they let you sleep a really long time. And my job, I can't do anything right now because AT&T has all their stores shut down. So it's usually, Stacy, I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry you didn't get your flight out. I'm with you. Go for it, girl. Leslie, thanks for the stay safe. You guys are awesome. I can't believe you're actually watching this. This is crazy. Anyway, do what you got to do to protect yourself if this thing is coming into your neck of the woods. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. So from Lose It With One headquarters in not so sunny South Florida, have an amazing night. Ciao. Okay, so for those of you who saw my broadcast on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook, during the hurricane that we just went through, yes, we went through Hurricane Matthew, you have to ask yourself a couple of questions. Were you prepared? Was your house prepared? If not, why not? And what do you have to do to get prepared? We didn't suffer any damage, as you saw from my updates, but we did learn quite a few lessons. So I want to get that out to everybody, that today is the day to get ready for the things that are to come. Okay, that includes your 72 home preparedness and your self-defense. Okay, because as a very wise person told me, in a natural disaster, if you have food but not protection, you won't have food. So think about that. Anyway, the weather is great, we're great, life is good, and I'm going to go continue with the rest of my day and see if Chipotle is open, because man, I am craving Chipotle today. I don't know why. I need it bad. Sofritas though, I'm going to stick and be good. So for all you vegans out there, I'm going to go sofrita on the Chipotle. See you shortly. Hey, good morning. It's Saturday. I've got an amazing sunrise behind me. If you can see that, let's see if I can block out some of that light a little bit so you can see it. But it's a glorious day here in South Florida. The hurricane is gone, thank goodness. And when hurricanes come through, what they leave behind is wreckage and amazing weather. It really is going to be very good today. It's like 75 right now, 78, something like that. And I'm about to start out on a 10-mile run. But before I do, of course, I'm going to try out the hammer gel that I promised last week that I didn't get to. Why? I forgot. So this week's flavor is chocolate. And what I'm doing differently is I'm going to take it at the beginning of my run and see if it helps me get through the run a little bit easier. At least the first few miles a little bit easier. If I can make it out, you know, my goal is always to extend my my plateau time. So see how far I get with that today. I'm feeling pretty good. My back doesn't hurt as much as it normally does when I wake up. So this should be quite an interesting adventure. Like I said, 10 miles, this is going to be my longest run ever. This is the longest thing. This is the longest I will have ever traveled under my own power. That includes bikes and canoe boats, everything. Longest I've ever traveled without a motor hauling my big butt along. So, having said that, let's give this a shot, okay? It says it's chocolate. We'll see how chocolatey it is. Rip that off there. Yum. Now, this is all natural ingredients, like I said before. Actually, I'll even read them off to you. So this is my review for the Hammer Gel. It's got maltodextrin, water, Energy Smart, which is grape juice and rice dextrin. Cocoa powder, sodium acid sulfate, salt, potassium sorbate as a preservative. You need that potassium sorbate as a preservative, people. Amino acids and potassium chloride. Sounds delicious. So, with that in mind, let's suck it up. Let's see here. Is that going to come out? Is there an opening there? Yeah, there's an opening. Okay. Oh, it smells pretty good. Got some in my nose. Oh, it actually tastes pretty good. Almost like chocolate icing. I could get along with this. This is pretty decent. That's coming out like crazy now. There's a dog who wants attention over there. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I've definitely had worse all in all, it tasted sort of, like I said, it tastes like Pillsbury chocolate icing. A weird thing. So it's like that milk chocolate flavor. Get some water to get that down because I want to get my throat all clogged up. Because it's still thick, you know, so you want to get some water with that. All right, so I'm gonna let this course through my body and take effect and see how far we go today, okay? And of course, I'll record during my downtimes for you because I know you just love that because you haven't said you don't. That's the key, people. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, so I can change things for you and make these as entertaining as possible. So let's go get running. Woo! Now you're seeing the other side of the road here. It's 6.5 miles in, and I plateaued twice actually. I plateaued at the 5.25 mark. I'll hang it down here so you can actually see my face. And I just plateaued at 6.5. So, of course, because of the way the human body works, when you're training and you're doing things you're not used to doing, your results start to slow down the farther you go. But does that mean you should stop? Heck no, it doesn't. You gotta fight for those goals, people. You think, in the Olympics, for example, you got people running the fastest race of their whole life. Sorry, the camera's all wiggly because I'm trying to hold back the case here. You got people that are running the fastest race of their entire life, and they're still finishing 3 seconds behind Usain Bolt, or 5 and 6 seconds behind Michael Phelps. Does that mean they should quit? No, of course not. You do everything in life for you, not for other people. I know some of you are going to say that you're getting in shape because you want to be around longer for your kids. Okay? Well, that's called, what is it called? I forget. It's called an exocentric view of the world. It's where you're out for the benefit of other people. And that's good in most cases. But it doesn't work for getting into shape. And the reason I say that is because I've lived it. When I honestly think about it, yes, I want to get into shape so my kids have a father for as long as possible. But there's people in a lot worse shape than I am that are a lot older, and they're around for their kids. So that can't be the real reason. And I want to get in shape so my wife isn't a widow at a younger age. God forbid, right? But again, there's a lot worse. There's people that are in a lot worse shape than I am, that are a lot older than I am, that are still around for their family. You got to find the reason that's going to work for you. In this one thing, I want you to be selfish. In this one aspect in your life, I want you to say, everything I'm doing for me. That way, when you don't get up in the morning to go out and exercise, you can't shrug it off as, oh well, my wife will understand. Oh well, my kids will understand. No, you have to look yourself in the eye and say, I failed myself. Now, some of you are going to completely disagree with this, and that's fine. That's why we have elections. Okay? On the one side, we have a really, really, really bad choice for president. And then on the other side, we have a really, really, really bad choice for president. And the people we think are good choices for president are either no longer running or are so far behind that it would take a series of nuclear strikes to get them into the lead. And since we're not really all about doing that in our country, we don't have a choice. One thing you do have a choice about is how you treat yourself every day. So, if you woke up this morning and you're watching this video, thank whatever deity you worship that you woke up. Because there's a lot of people, some you might even know, that didn't wake up today and will never wake up today. So get out, and this rambled a little bit, yes, and it took a little bit longer than I thought, and I do have to start running again. But I want you to get out there and do something for you to get your life in shape better. I'm at the 6.8 mark. I got 3.2 to go. So we'll see where my next plateau is. Wish me luck. Hey, years from now, there's going to be a little gold plaque on this pavilion where I'm sitting in the park. And on that plaque is going to say, this is the park where Juan Cano ran 10 miles for the first time without the use of wheels or motor. Woo! Now I'm walking around trying to catch my breath. This is a milestone for me, 10 miles in a row. Well, I just walked to stop, but it's 10 miles in a row for me. And I just want to say, you need to get uncomfortable with what you're doing. A year ago, my sister, you know her, she was running half marathons and stuff, and I told her there's no way I'm ever doing that. You can go jump in the lake. And now I just finished 10 miles. So one thing you need to do is never say never. It's a beautiful day out, as you can see. Watch this. See those clouds? Yeah. So everybody's going through the hurricane right now up in South Carolina. It's going to pass, and you will get better, and you can rebuild. God bless the people in Haiti. I know we're going to be doing something for them, and I hope you guys do too. Find a reputable organization to donate either your time or substance to. I won't say which ones are or which ones aren't, because you know which ones they are. But get out today and do something for you. I am beat, man, let me tell you. But I feel better now than I have in a really long time. Stick with your plans and make a goal and get uncomfortable, and you can do amazing things, even if you don't think you can right now. You, a year from now, is going to wonder why you didn't start earlier. Make today the best day you've had yet, and then do the same tomorrow and the next day. Who knows what you'll wake up to in a week, in a month, in 6 months. By the way, in a month, 5 weeks is when my half marathon goes. Oh, 13.1 miles, man. I can't believe I'm going to do that, but I am. And you could do it too. And we could do it together if you want to. Just let me know. I'm going to go get another bottle of water right now so I don't pass out and you see, faint live on Facebook. So, love you guys. Take care. I'm out. So there you have it, folks. That was my week. My week of training. I really feel like I did a lot of good progress. Everything went well. Hurricane, we made it through that. Thank you, God. The category 4 winds that were projected for us turned into category 1 winds and then died down very quickly. We never lost power, and we really dodged a huge bullet. Thank you for listening this week. Thank you for watching this week. Please spread the love, share this video with your friends, and let's get this thing going. I really would like to hit 1,000 1,000 views a month, and then a couple hundred views a day. That's my goal, is to get this thing big, get it out there, so people can see that even somebody like me can make progress toward their own personal fitness and do things that they've never imagined they can do before. Like my friend Donald Kelly, the sales evangelist, says, go out, do big things, and make big goals. So from me to you, have a great week. For more information on this episode or to look up other episodes, go to loseitwithjuan.com or go to iTunes and Google Play, and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/loseitwithjuan.